Welcome to our deep dive into the new space race. You know, it's not just the U.S. and Russia anymore.
Oh, absolutely not.
This is like a multifaceted competition, right? You have new players, private companies, rising global powers,
Totally.
all vying for a piece of the cosmic pie.
It's a whole new world out there.
Yeah, so it's fascinating how motivations have evolved too. It's beyond national pride now.
Oh, for sure. We're talking ambitious goals here, like mapping lunar water, sending rotorcraft to Titan,
Yeah,
The technology is straight out of science fiction.
it really is. So to guide us today, we've got two awesome sources.
Okay.
Space Race, Future Exploration, which gives us a rundown of all these upcoming missions.
I like that word.
Yes. And the new Space Race, Power and Politics in 21st Century, which dives into the geopolitical side of things.
Implications.
The implications, exactly. The new era of exploration.
Right. And it really begs the question, what does it mean for you, for the listener out there? We are on the brink of something huge.
Totally. Keep that in mind as we go through all this. So first up, let's look at, the big dog NASA.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, they may not be the only player anymore, but they're still a force to be reckoned with.
Come on, they're NASA.
Exactly. And they're leading missions like the Lunar Trailblazer.
Oh, yeah, the Lunar Trailblazer. That's a great example of how strategic things have become. It's a small satellite, but huge job. Mapping water ice on the moon in 2024.
Wow.
This isn't just about scientific curiosity.
No.
It's about the groundwork. Think potential lunar bases.
Oh, wow.
If we can access water on the moon, it changes everything. Logistics, possibilities for long-term human presence,
It's mind-blowing. It really is.
It is.
And NASA's not stopping there. They're also launching the Europa Clipper
Okay. Yeah.
in 2024, heading for one of Jupiter's moons, Europa.
Europa. Now that's exciting because it's like the prime candidate for hosting extraterrestrial life.
Wow.
Think about that.
Imagine if we discover life beyond Earth.
I know, it's huge. So the Europa Clipper is going to investigate the conditions, right? Searching for signs of habitability.
Right.
Maybe even evidence of life itself.
It's amazing. And then there's Dragonfly.
Dragonfly, okay.
Set to launch in 2028. They're sending a rotorcraft to Titan, Saturn's largest moon.
Wow, a rotorcraft.
I know. I had no idea this kind of technology was even possible.
It's pretty wild. So Titan is just fascinating, right? Methane lakes,
Uh-huh.
this complex prebiotic chemistry,
Okay.
meaning the chemical building blocks for life as we know it.
Wow.
So Dragonfly is going to be able to explore Titan's surface, the atmosphere,
Right.
giving us, unprecedented insights into this environment.
So cool.
Its potential for harboring life, or at least clues about how life began,
It's just incredible.
Yeah.
So we've got NASA pushing the boundaries, but they're not alone. China's space agency, the CNSA,
Right.
they're also making strides. Missions like Tianwen-2.
Yeah, Tianwen-2, ambitious. They want to collect a sample from a near-Earth asteroid and bring it back
Back to Earth.
to Earth in 2025.
Wow.
This is bold, It highlights China's growing ambition.
Really?
Analyzing that sample, valuable information, early solar system, formation of planets.
It's incredible.
It's a showcase. Their technology, their intent, to be a major player.
Absolutely. And of course, we can't forget about the private companies
Oh, yeah.
like SpaceX, led by Elon Musk,
Aiming for Mars.
with their Starship program.
They're not just launching satellites anymore.
Yeah.
They're developing the Starship to make us humanity,
Yeah.
a multiplanetary species.
Wow.
Mars colonization, once science fiction, is now a tangible goal.
It's amazing.
SpaceX pushing boundaries, what's achievable in space travel,
Yeah.
new frontiers for us.
It's incredible. So we have these government agencies, NASA, CNSA, pushing scientific exploration, and then private companies like SpaceX focused on making space more accessible. What stands out to you so far? What piques your curiosity the most?
It's how their goals are shaping the future,
Yeah.
Scientific discovery is still core, but there's this clear focus on strategic advantage, economic opportunities,
Right.
adds a whole new layer of complexity to the space race.
It really does. And I wonder, how do you feel about these diverse motivations? Does it change your view of space exploration at all?
It's something to think about, especially as we look at the tech behind these missions.
Okay.
Some of these advancements, it's like, are we in a movie?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Like AI and machine learning, making spacecraft smarter than ever before.
Oh, for sure. They're not just following instructions anymore.
Wow.
With AI and machine learning, they can navigate themselves, make decisions on the fly, learn from their experiences, essential for those distant missions where communication is delayed, you know?
Right. You can't just control everything from Earth anymore.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But even with AI, communication is still a challenge. I mean, how do they stay in touch with these spacecraft millions of miles away?
Delay disruption tolerant networking.
Okay.
It's a mouthful, I know, but basically it's space internet.
Wow.
Even with signal delays and interruptions.
Okay.
Like, imagine a spacecraft on Mars needs to send data back.
Right.
It doesn't need a constant connection. It stores the data, sends it in bursts.
Oh, interesting.
Essential for deep space. As we go further, it'll be even more important.
Absolutely. And to travel those vast distances, we need faster, more efficient propulsion systems.
Right, like nuclear propulsion.
Nuclear propulsion, yeah.
It's a game changer, especially for deep space,
Wow.
compared to, traditional chemical rockets.
Yeah.
Way more efficient, way faster.
Right.
Cut travel times to Mars, maybe by half, even more.
That's incredible.
Opens up possibilities, ambitious missions, maybe human exploration to the outer solar system.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing.
And once we get to these distant destinations, imagine building structures, spacecraft components.
In space.
Yeah, using 3D printing.
3D printing in space. It's being tested. It could revolutionize how we build and maintain things out there.
Right?
Imagine creating complex spacecraft components on demand.
Wow.
Right there in orbit. No need to launch them from Earth.
Yeah.
Reduces costs, possibilities for larger, more complex missions. I mean,
It's remarkable. Like, of all these technologies, what stands out as the most futuristic to you?
it's hard to pick just one, but I gotta say, solar sailing. It captures the imagination,
Okay.
Totally different approach. Uses the constant pressure from sunlight to propel spacecraft.
Wow.
Low thrust, but it's continuous, so they can accelerate over time, reach incredible speeds, and no heavy fuel.
It's like something out of a science fiction novel.
Right?
I wonder what other applications we could imagine for these innovations.
That's what's so cool about space exploration.
Yeah.
Pushing boundaries, leading to breakthroughs, benefiting all of us, both in space and back here.
Absolutely. Speaking of benefits, it seems like the potential benefits of this new space race are huge.
Huge. I mean, we're talking scientific breakthroughs, technological spin-offs, maybe even space-based solutions to climate change.
Wow, space-based solutions to climate change.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. But wouldn't the environmental impact of, launching all that equipment outweigh the benefit?
That's a really good point. It's a valid concern. We have to be careful, consider the impact of our space activities.
Right.
Space-based solutions are promising, but we need to weigh them against the costs, the risks, make sure our exploration doesn't hurt our own planet.
It's a balance.
Yeah.
And aside from the environmental impact, there are other challenges too, right?
Oh, of course, yeah. The cost itself is huge.
Right.
Inherent risk of space travel, space debris,
Oh.
all those defunct satellites, rocket parts, orbiting Earth, posing a hazard.
And the ethical considerations too. Planetary protection.
Yes.
Resource allocation.
Right.
Potential for encountering extraterrestrial life.
All crucial aspects as we go further. We need to be mindful, not contaminate other worlds with Earth life.
It's a lot to think about. Which benefits excite you the most and which challenges are most concerning?
Well, the potential for scientific breakthroughs, technological advancement, that's undeniably exciting.
Yeah.
But we need to be responsible, address the challenges, the ethical considerations, ensure a sustainable future.
Well said. It seems like space is becoming more than just a scientific frontier.
Yeah,
It's an extension of Earth's political landscape too.
absolutely. We're seeing it all. Competition for resources, strategic advantage, even the potential for conflict.
Wow.
New questions about how we govern and manage activities up there.
That's a perfect segue into the next part of our deep dive.
Okay.
Stay tuned as we explore the geopolitical stakes of the new space race.
Sounds good. It's becoming more than just a scientific frontier. It's like an extension of Earth's political landscape.
Exactly. And that leads us to a crucial aspect of this new space race.
Right, okay.
The geopolitical stakes.
Yeah.
As we've seen, countries and private companies, they're all vying for position and influence up there.
It's a whole new playing field.
It really is. And the competition for resources, that's a significant factor, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Driving these geopolitical tensions, like asteroids, for example.
Asteroids, yeah.
They contain vast amounts of valuable minerals and resources.
Oh, yeah. We're talking platinum, gold, water, all kinds of stuff.
So instead of digging mines on Earth, we could be mining asteroids.
Exactly.
That sounds straight out of science fiction.
I know, right? It does, but it's becoming a reality.
Wow.
Companies are already developing the tech to prospect, potentially mine these asteroids.
That's incredible, and it raises some complex questions, doesn't it?
Oh, huge question.
About resource ownership.
Yeah.
Rights in space.
Who owns what?
Yeah, exactly. Who gets to claim these resources? How do we ensure a fair and equitable distribution of benefits?
It's a big challenge, right?
Yeah.
And that's what policymakers are trying to figure out. The need for international agreements,
Right.
regulations.
To govern all of this.
Exactly, the use of space resources.
That's a whole new world, literally.
It is.
And it's not just about resources,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
There's also the issue of strategic advantage.
Oh, absolutely.
Space-based assets, like satellites.
Yeah.
They're becoming increasingly important.
Oh, hugely important.
Communication,
Yeah.
navigation,
Right.
even military operations.
Oh, yeah. Control of those assets, it's a big deal.
The big strategic advantage.
Huge.
In the new Space Race, Power and Politics in 21st Century, they mentioned some experts are concerned about the potential for conflict in space.
Oh, yeah, that's a real concern.
Do you think that's a realistic possibility?
I mean, it's something we have to take seriously. The potential for misunderstandings,
Right.
accidents,
Yeah.
even deliberate acts of aggression.
It's a scary thought.
It is. That's why communication and cooperation between nations is so important.
To prevent escalation.
Exactly, to keep space peaceful.
For everyone.
Exactly.
It seems like the situation with satellite security, that's a major point of tension right now.
Oh, yeah. Satellites are vulnerable.
Yeah.
Cyber attacks, physical attacks, we've already seen it.
Really?
Jamming, interference, and as space gets more crowded, more contested, the risk just goes up.
So what can be done to mitigate these risks?
Well, international cooperation is key.
Like how so?
Clear rules of engagement in space,
Okay.
norms of behavior, mechanisms for conflict resolution, treaties, agreements, all of that.
Sounds complicated.
It is. It's a balancing act, the competitive and cooperative aspects of this new space race.
Right, we want to explore, we want to discover, but we also need to do it responsibly.
Exactly. The potential rewards are so great, it's worth the effort to work together.
I agree. And speaking of potential rewards,
Yeah.
let's shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
Talk about the incredible opportunities that this new era of space exploration presents.
The possibilities are, they're mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Scientifically, we're on the verge of these groundbreaking discoveries. The universe, the origins of life, our place in it all, the data we get from space, it can help us understand our own planet better,
Right, like climate change.
Exactly.
And technologically, the innovations driven by space exploration, they've already had a huge impact, right?
Oh, huge. GPS, satellite communication, advancements in materials, computing, it's all connected.
It's like this ripple effect, Investing in exploration, pushing the boundaries of knowledge leads to unexpected benefits.
That's the beauty of it.
And I'm also thinking about the potential for economic growth, job creation. The space industry is already huge
Oh, yeah. Multi-billion-dollar sector, and it's only going to grow.
as we venture further.
Exactly. Space tourism, asteroid mining, it's a whole new space economy.
It's really exciting. But are there any potential downsides to this rapid commercialization?
Well, we have to be careful.
Okay.
One concern is, ensuring that the benefits are shared equitably, not just concentrated in the hands of a few.
Like any new frontier, there's a risk of repeating the mistakes of the past.
Exactly. We need to learn from history, make sure space exploration benefits all of humanity.
Not just a select few.
Right.
That's a really important point. And we also need to think about the long-term sustainability of all of this, right?
No, absolutely.
How do we minimize our impact on the space environment? How do we prevent the creation of more space debris?
It's crucial.
We have to address these questions now
No.
to ensure the viability of space exploration for future generations.
It's about thinking ahead.
Exactly. So while the opportunities are vast, there are also challenges and responsibilities.
Yeah, it's not just about the excitement of discovery. It's about making wise choices
For a sustainable and equitable future.
for everyone.
Well said. This deep dive is really highlighting the complexities of this new space race.
It is complex.
From the scientific and technological marvels to the geopolitical considerations, ethical dilemmas,
It's a multifaceted endeavor,
high stakes,
incredible potential.
and ultimately, it's a story about us, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Humanity's ambition, ingenuity, and our quest to explore the unknown.
Exactly. It's who we are. It's pretty amazing how far we've come.
I know, right? From the early days of the space race to
Yeah.
all these incredible missions and technologies we're talking about.
It's mind-blowing.
It really is.
It's like a testament to human ingenuity.
Yeah,
Our drive to push the boundaries, what's possible.
absolutely. But as we've seen, this new space race, it's not without its challenges.
No, not at all.
Geopolitical tensions, ethical considerations.
It's complex,
It really is.
and we need to navigate it carefully.
Yeah.
Make sure space exploration benefits everyone.
Not just a select few.
Yeah.
Our sources, they've highlighted the potential for both conflict and cooperation in this new era.
It's a tricky balance.
It is. How do you see this playing out in the coming decades?
Well, I think it's going to be like a delicate balancing act, right?
Right.
On one hand, you've got this intense competition.
Right.
Nations, private companies for resources, strategic advantage, tech dominance. But on the other hand, there's this growing recognition
Of what?
that we need to work together.
Okay.
International cooperation, it's essential.
All right.
Addressing the challenges like space debris, planetary protection, setting norms of behavior.
Right. It's not just a free-for-all.
No, not at all.
So it's not a simple, black and white situation. There's a lot of gray area.
Yeah,
The future is still uncertain.
very much so.
And the choices we make today,
They matter.
they really do.
They'll have a huge impact on the future of space exploration.
What kind of future will it be?
Conflict and competition or cooperation and shared discovery.
It's up to us.
It is, yeah.
I keep thinking about that quote from the Royal Museum's Greenwich article.
Oh, yeah.
Without a rules-based space order, we may end up fighting over the geography of space, just as we have done over the geography of Earth.
Powerful quote.
It really is. It's sobering.
It is, but it also highlights why those international agreements are so important.
Yeah.
Norms of behavior, we need to keep space peaceful
For everyone.
for scientific exploration, for the benefit of all humankind.
So what can we do as individuals?
To help.
To help shape a positive future for space exploration.
Well, I think the first step is staying informed.
Okay.
Stay engaged, learn about the issues, follow the developments,
Yeah.
engage in conversations, about the future of space.
Have those discussions
Exactly, and support those organizations
that are doing good work.
promoting responsible and sustainable exploration.
That's great advice. We all have a role to play
We do.
in making sure this remains a force for good.
Absolutely. And remember, space exploration, it's not just about the rockets and satellites. It's about expanding our understanding.
Of the universe, our place in
The
it,
future of humanity.
pushing the boundaries of human knowledge, challenging ourselves to think beyond Earth,
Exactly.
and who knows what we'll find out there.
The possibilities are endless.
I'm feeling pretty inspired after this deep dive.
Me too.
It's been a fascinating journey
It has
through all the complexities, all the possibilities of this new space race.
a lot to unpack,
There is.
but it's exciting stuff.
It is. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
My pleasure.
We hope you learned something new, that it sparked your curiosity.
Keep looking up.
Keep exploring.
Keep dreaming big.
The future of space is in our hands.
It is.
Until next time, keep exploring.